It's day 954 in our hardcore world, which means we've got less than 50 days before we reach day 1000. And although we made loads of epic progress on our island, we've built lots of things, we've got lots of farms, we've also got this thing that I need to remove left over from last episode. But one thing we don't have is the power of flight. We still haven't been to the end yet, we haven't killed the dragon, we haven't raided any end cities. But most importantly, every time we gather resources, we're taking a boat and our own inventory, and that's about it. And I really need to stop doing that because we're using up a lot of time just traveling around, and I think it's about time we did get ourselves some shulkers, mainly so we can speed up that resource collection. When we go to the desert, we can actually grab more than just 2 inventories of sand. So in today's episode, we're going to get what we needed to stay protected in the end, we're going to dispose of the dragon, we're going to raid some end cities, all with the aim of getting back here in time to bake a cake for day 1000. I reckon we can do it. So I've got a whole list of things I need to collect and craft before we actually set off, so I'm going to dump down a chest just here, and I will start off just by gathering the things I know I already have in the area. The main one, of course, being our ender pearls, our blaze powder, and enabling us to make our eyes of ender. Otherwise, we're never going to find the stronghold in the first place. And we have an anvil, a couple of shields for those pesky shulkers, a decent supply of food, a couple of stacks of logs, and a boat. Good for catching rogue endermen. Bucket of water, and that's about all we can do from here. So the next thing I need to do is actually to make myself a bow. I have not made myself a bow yet, which, considering we're this far into a world, is, well, it's quite surprising, but it just shows how much I've been building as opposed to killing things. So it's all well and good having a bow, but we do, of course, need to get it enchanted. But lucky for us, we have a setup just over here through our wonderful cornfields, which are all now fully grown up, and I'm absolutely loving this farming area. It's very cool. But we're actually going to be making use of the outdoor facilities here and dropping down into the spider farm. So first up, we can get flame, which is fine. We do want flame and unbreaking. Excellent. And conveniently, I did bring a whole bunch of string. Oh, wait a sec. We're at the spider farm. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. But I did need to bring the sticks because we're going to need quite a few bows here, I think, to get what we actually want. I've enchanted a few bows already, and it looks like we're going to have a Power 5 Unbreaking Punch 2 Flame Bow, which is absolutely great, but I really do want Infinity. However, I haven't actually got a grindstone down here, or an anvil, so yeah, let's go sort those out, shall we? There we go, that's better, so let's quickly unenchant these, and I'm probably going to be messing around here for quite a while to get the perfect bow, and while I'm here, I'm going to try and get an Unbreaking 3 book as well, because my villagers don't actually sell those yet. Well, that didn't actually take anywhere near as long as I was expecting. Conveniently, I already had 80 levels in backup, so we didn't actually have to kill that many spiders, and they've been over there making a racket, but we have managed to get ourselves our brand new bow, Rambo, of course, Power 5, Flame, Infinity, Unbreaking 3, and Punch 2. I think that's everything I need on it. Let me know in the comments if I've forgotten anything, but that looks pretty good to me. And I have an Unbreaking 3 book over here, which I actually made by combining a few Unbreaking 1 books, because they were just easier to get from the table. I do, however, need to run over to our local village. In fact, I need to grab some emeralds first. And I've got 52, which should be more than enough to get at least 1 mending book. In fact, do I actually already have one? I do. Look at that. Perfect. So let's quickly combine those and chuck them into the box for the end, because what we're going to need to do, of course, when we find our wings is put Unbreaking and Mending on them and use the anvil. That's why we have these bits here. So there's only 2 things left on our list that we need. The first one is easy enough. It is, of course, rockets, and we have our gunpowder over here in our mob farm. Yoink. And we have our sugarcane in our church. In fact, we should have quite a lot of that by now. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And if we turn that into paper, we can then make ourselves a whole bunch of rockets. I'm going to make loads of them because I do want to just store some in my house as well for when we get back. So we'll take a few stacks with us and store the rest up here. And actually, while I think of it, there's still something else we could make. If I grab... Do I have any? Oh, no. I've not got any obsidian. Let's go get some obsidian. I think it'll be prudent of us to make a couple of ender chests before we go, just so we can store some extra rockets and things like that too. But I need to go down here and get some obsidian first. We've got plenty of obsidian, so let's head back up and make ourselves a couple of chests. Although while I was down there mining away, it did occur to me I should probably also make myself some slow-falling potions. I'd probably put them on the list at the start, but I completely forgot. So yeah, we're going to need to stay up for a few days and get some phantom membranes as well. But I think the best way to do that is over in the mesa, because I also want to get myself a bunch of gold so we can make some golden apples. First things first though, let's make a couple of these. Chuck them in there. Yep, we've got plenty of apples. We just need some gold to wrap around them, and I don't really think I have too much at all. Yeah, 24 and 14 there. Do I have any downstairs maybe? Oh, okay, I've actually got a decent amount down here. So yeah, we can probably make some apples. Let's see, let's quickly smelt this. In fact, let's go use our blacksmith to smelt this. That should only take a moment. Excellent stuff. And while that's smelting, I think I'm just going to quickly remove this seed farm. We don't need this anymore. the machine, but I'm going to have to leave the boxes for now. They're all absolutely rammed with just, well, apart from that one, but they're all rammed with just stuff and things and mess that we need to sort out. Even these chests up here have all got stuff in as well. But hopefully our gold is done, so we can just ignore that for another day. Yep, look at that. Perfect. I managed to make 14 golden apples, but if things get that dire that I need to use all those, then I probably shouldn't be playing hardcore. While I think of it, I'm going to quickly grab a few arrows as well, otherwise we're not even going to be able to make use of our bow. Good thinking, Beardy. And with that, we just need to wait a few days for the phantoms to show up. So I think I'm just going to go hang out in the mob farm. Well, not in the actual mob farm. That would be absolutely ridiculous. But I'm going to go hang out in the balloon up there, run the mob farm for a little while. And, well, hopefully, when we come back, I'll be able to shoot some phantoms out of the sky with my excellent bow shooting skills. Oh, that farm is looking amazing from up here. Sweet. Anyway, see you in a bit. The sun's going down on our third day, and you may notice my tools are all healed as well. We went and spent some time at the spider farm. I figured I might as well do something a bit more useful than just standing here. But now that the sun's gone down, we should hopefully be able to get some phantoms. I think I've counted correctly. And if I remember correctly, phantoms aren't stopped by light levels or anything like that, so I should just be able to go run around my island, which should be reasonably safe from other mobs, and hopefully we'll get some phantoms spawning. So I guess we just play the waiting game. I've been standing on this platform for half the night so far and not a single phantom, so I'm wondering whether maybe I miscounted and we actually need to wait another night. We'll stay here just in case though. Oh, we've got phantoms. Excellent. And look at that, we have a phantom membrane. That's all we need, just the one. So it appears I don't have any nether wart, which, to be honest, I honestly thought I did, but none to be found. So let's go grab some of that quickly. Well, that took a lot longer than expected, but that's because the first two fortresses we already knew of didn't have decent treasure rooms, which meant they had no nether wart. So we had to go off and find a third one, but we are back. We have some nether wart, and we won't ever have to do that again. Although maybe the new fortress will be better for wither skeletons, who knows? That's not today's problem, though. So let's do this. I need some water for in here, and I only need one of those. And if we load those up, and then we want to put in the phantom membrane to make it slow falling, and I believe if we grab a bit of redstone, that should make it an 8-minute potion as well. And then we're going to be extremely close to heading off to the end, because I've actually thought of one more thing we should maybe do. And shulkers are known for being a little bit mean. They hit you quite hard, and I want to reduce my knockback. And that means we're probably going to need to go get some netherite. But let's get these potions made up first, just so we know we're fully prepared. And there we go. We have our 3 slow-falling potions. They're 4-minute potions. That is good enough for me. So the potions are done, and it looks like we've still got plenty of time. We're at day 963, so we've still got 37 days to go to the end, get some shulkers, get back and make a cake. And that means I've got plenty of time to go get some sand, to make some TNT, to go get some netherite. And it's raining. That's not good. Let's take a bed with us. And before I go, I am going to check and see if I actually have any sand. And it appears I do still have a decent amount, so actually this will save us from going digging for now. Let's go take this upstairs. We're going to need loads of gunpowder, which I think we've got some around here somewhere. Did I put it in a barrel up here maybe? Yep, here we are. We have a whole chest of gunpowder in there, so let's just swap some of that out and make a whole bunch of TNT. We've used a whole bunch of gunpowder and all but 3 of the sand, but we've got over 6 stacks, almost 7 stacks in fact, of TNT. And actually maybe I've got some more in here. Yeah, look at that. We'll leave 30, but we'll take 7 stacks with us to the nether, and that means we should be able to get a decent amount of netherite. And I think it'd be clever of me to take my fire resistance potions with me as well, just in case. So let's see how much ancient debris we can get with 7 stacks of TNT, and hopefully it won't take too long either. The first thing to do is to dig down to a decent level. Oh, this is not going to be the way to go, is it, at all? Let's try the other side. Well, that worked out quite nicely. We've just missed the lake, so this means we should be able to get all the way down to a decent level now, hopefully, without encountering too much lava. Okay, so we're down at level 13. This should be good enough, and what I'm going to do is pretty much just make a massive tunnel, I think, and, well, lace it with TNT and blow it all up. So I totally just recorded the wrong screen for 10 minutes after we got back, but we made it back with just over 40 ancient debris. We've managed to sort out our armor, and of course we've sorted out our tools as well. And I've also moved a few bits over to the ender chest. We've got lots of excess bits in there, an extra pickaxe we're probably not going to need, and these are the bits we are going to need in the immediate future. But I think we're actually ready to go to the end, by which I mean we actually need to go find it first, because I have no idea where the stronghold is, but we've got 18 eyes of ender, and that should be more than enough to get us on our way. So let's stand here, throw off our first pearl, and see what direction we're heading in. Guess we're heading off this way, which is good because that's ocean and I can just jump in my boat and float away. Well, I'm only about 500 blocks away from the base, so epic journey cancelled, I guess, but it seems to be around here somewhere, so let's just dig down and see what we find. Hopefully not lava. Has just occurred to me, I completely forgot my torches, so yeah, let's quickly head home and get some. Luckily, as I say, we're only about 500 blocks away, so it shouldn't be too bad, and there's a creeper there as well. Excellent stuff. Let's dispose of him, shall we? And here it is. We have found a side wall, and what have we got? We've got a staircase, some spiral stairs. Excellent, and the achievement has been made. Well, we've got a blank wall at the top there, so let's go exploring and see what we can find. And hear lava already. That's a good sign. That's a good sign indeed. And we've got a library. Excellent. I can definitely hear lava, and I'm pretty sure I just saw silverfish pop up in the thing there as well. Let's have a look this way. Ha! Look at that. Excellent. Straight in. And we'll get rid of that thing straight away. We do not need that in our lives. So we have our end portal room. Oh, this is it. And we've got plenty of eyes to fill this up, so let's quickly do that. I just heard a silverfish. Where was he? So we could explore the rest of the stronghold, but to be honest, it's so close to our base, we can easily just come back. As I say, we're only about 500 blocks away. So my thinking is, let's just go kill the dragon. Let's just quickly get rid of these blocks and other bits we don't need, and get out the things we do need. Potentially slow falling potions. They may come in very handy for us, but I don't think we're going to need anything else. We don't need blocks to pillar up because, well, hopefully we can shoot through the corners, but if not, I've got some ladders anyway. Although, just before we go in, one moment. Ah, dang it. I've completely forgotten my pumpkin, and if you've ever seen me go to the end before, you know that I do not survive if I don't wear a pumpkin. I just can't help but look at those leggy bendy men. I'm not procrastinating, I swear. I just don't want to die. So we're gonna go get ourselves a pumpkin. Where did we come in? Was it this way? And in here, was this our tunnel up to the top? It is. Though it looks dark up there, so let's quickly go to bed first. And what we're going to do is put a nice pool of water for when we come back down. And I'm going to put some ladders all the way up to the top. And I guess we're going to have to make some more ladders as well for the dragon fight, which I assure you we will eventually get to. I have to say, I don't mind heading back to the base. I really love how it looks from this side especially. It's looking very cool. The church really helps. Good stuff. So it turns out I don't even have any pumpkins. I do, however, have pumpkin seeds and a bunch of bone meal, which I think is actually already outside. I'm going to need a hoe. Oh, when did things get so complicated? So let's bone meal this, and we're still gonna have to wait, aren't we? So let's just sit here and stare at the pumpkin till it grows. This is taking forever. I'm gonna plant some more and hope for the best. I've been standing here staring at these for a while. This one still has not hydrated. And what do I see in the background? A pumpkin. I'm such a moron sometimes. So I think we're finally ready to do this. And I don't know whether you're going to see this as a quick sequence of clips because it's just a dragon fight after all, or whether I'm going to end up making an epic 80s montage. But, well, I guess we're about to find out. Well, that was fairly straightforward, as expected. But now comes the bit where I'm more likely to die, and that is, of course, going and raiding some end cities. And we seem to have a portal over here, so let's go give that a go and see what we find. Just like that, we have our wings, we're flying, and this feels absolutely amazing. I haven't had wings in months. So, what do we need to do now? I guess just clear out the entire city of shulkers and collect all their skins so we can put things inside them. of hours, we've raided a whole bunch of end cities, and I've got about 2.5 stacks of shulkers. And now I just want to go home, but I cannot find a warp portal. Hopefully we'll come across one at some point. In fact, just as I say that, there's one right there. Excellent stuff. And one last thing we need to do before we go is, of course, to grab the dragon egg. So we'll give it a little punch. We'll put a torch down here. And there we go. Our reward. Excellent. And now we've completed the game. So I clearly destroyed the last bed I slept in, and it's actually dropped us in at world spawn, which was just down here on these trees. And for the first time, we can actually see this place properly from the air. And look at this mountain range. This is actually very cool. But for now, let's just get home back to our base, which is in this direction and shouldn't be too far. And there it is coming into view. Just one rocket got us over here. Perfect. And I think we're just going to put the dragon egg on a shelf in our bedroom. So I'm just going to offload all of our new goodies, and then we need to think about making that cake, because we are fast approaching day 1000. 15 or so minutes later, and I've managed to get mending on the rest of my armor, because that took a bit of a beating in the end there. And we've healed everything up, we've killed a few spiders, and it's day 999, which means we really need to get on making this cake for day 1000. First up, we need some wheat. That shouldn't be too difficult. We're going to need some milk, which means I need to find myself some cows, and I'm hoping there's still some over here that I haven't killed yet. Oh, there we go. There's some cows. Thank you kindly. We need an egg, and conveniently this chicken over here is providing for us. We need a little bit of sugar, and that is everything we need to actually make the cake, but it's still missing one more thing. We better be quick, the sun's going down. So we need a bit of wax, piece of string, and make ourselves a bunch of candles. And the sun has indeed gone down, so let's go to bed, and it will finally be day 1000. Although technically it starts on day 0, so like, is this now day 1001? Technically? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is put this cake down here next to my bed, so we will always have it. I'm going to add a candle, and we can light that. Woo, a cake. Is this going to burn down our house? Probably not the best cake placement, was it? But we have finally made it to day 1000, which is absolutely awesome. And I have to say, I am pretty pleased with the progress we've made in this area in that time. We've still got a long way to go, though. I do want to get the island finished, of course, but that's going to have to wait for a future episode, because sadly, that's all we've got time for today. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye now.